Not only exciting because of the implications of this game, but everybody tonight, all around the country, it just seems that guys know it's playoff time and it's exciting basketball.
It's been a playoff game run for the Suns. The playoffs are not going to start next week for them. It's already started for the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
And this is an important game for the Suns, who come in 32-30.
And for the Clippers, this is why they want to go to the playoffs, because they have this guy, Jordan, in the back, regulating the paint, one of the most underrated defenders in the game. They're confident in their post defense.
Coming in, Chris, third in the NBA with 134 dunks. And a technical foul has been called on Jordan for grabbing the rim. So Steve Nash will go to the free throw line. And of course, the drama here in Phoenix, this could be the last series of games for the great Steve Nash here in Phoenix. And here is Jordan grabbing the rim.
He grabbed the net to try to get a little more balance there. Yeah. He doesn't agree, but that definitely, according to the rule book, is a technical foul.
So, in essence, nothing but net.
Nothing but net, exactly, on defense.
Blake Griffin missing the layup, gets the offensive rebound and the putback. Griffin has scored only 12 points last night in the Clippers' win against Denver. And the Clippers, who have won 13 of their last 15, but have not been able to win in Phoenix. They have dropped 9 in a row here against the Suns, and the lay-in by Blake Griffin. Griffin already with 6 points of the 10 for the Clippers. We're tied at 10. 3.5 minutes gone by, and the kickball is ruled. So the Clippers' hopes tonight, it depends on Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Those are the two big guns for them. Channing Frye with a three-point attempt, and Marcin Gortat with the offensive rebound. And we'll have a foul called inside, and it'll be against Jared Dudley, his first foul.
You know, and it makes you think in a game like this with playoff implications that you cannot lose. Will Steve Nash, the great player that he is, will he come out and defer to other teammates trying to get them involved? Or will he treat this game like the fourth quarter in which he usually takes over? He can't take over for a whole game. It'll be interesting to watch.
And Griffin passing up the medium. Dudley hitting a three. Jared Dudley with a three-point field goal, had 21 in the loss to the Thunder last night right here in Phoenix. And the Sunday won, and on the turnover, here is Shannon Brown going in, and the foul is called. Shannon Brown is starting in place of Grant Hill, and the Suns had hoped that Hill would be able to play tonight. Here is the race for the 8th spot, and the Suns right now trailing the Utah Jazz by a half a game. Houston losing tonight. And the Phoenix Suns own the tiebreaker against both Houston and Utah.
Who said you have to wait till the fourth quarter for an NBA game to count on the last few games? I don't think they've been watching this league this year.
A defensive 3-second violation has been called against the Clippers. Vinny Del Negro on the hot seat not that long ago, and now getting credit for having this team really playing together as a team.
Definitely, it's the blessing and the curse. He has the responsibility of being the guardian over this team. They go through some tough times in communication, some tough times in the locker room. He's responsible, and he told us today that's when the team came together in the midst of their turmoil, and he said he's a better coach for it, and this team is in the process of becoming the team that he wants to be.
You know what was interesting, Chris, is that the team has won 13 of 15. You say they're really rolling. And he says, we're really, not playing as well as we should. We're not doing all the right things. It's deceiving.
Definitely, and believe it or not, as a coach and as a team, you like knowing that you haven't reached your potential yet, and yet you're playing very well. So they can definitely look up. They have a good ways to go, and they like where they're going.
Here's the alley-oop.
I told you they liked where they were going. They were going up high to Blake Griffin. That's where they were going with it.
Upstate lives again. Here in this game in Phoenix, Griffin 5 for 8 from the field and has 10 points. And going around and beating Foy off the dribble was Dudley, no avail. Here's a three-point attempt, and it's missed by Caron Butler. Great pass inside to Shannon Brown. Uses his body to ward off Butler. And Phoenix up by 1 in a feverish early first quarter. Chris Paul coming in with the field goal in the lane.
And I think Chris Paul has a sense of urgency for his team. They want to finish strong, like a marathon runner, run through the tape. And so he's going to be more aggressive early in the game.
Gortat, this is in Jordan the rebound. Clippers coming in a half a game behind the Lakers. Right now, the Clippers would have the home court for the first round of the playoffs. And here's Blake Griffin wide open.
That is going to be a point in the playoffs for the Clippers team to make Blake Griffin shoot jump shots. Do not allow him to get to the rim. He causes havoc and can change a whole crowd, whether on the road or at home. He can create a whole crowd.
Had a big game in the last meeting against the Suns with 27 points in 14 rebounds. We have a time.
He's just amazing. This guy is the opposite of time. I mean, this guy, when you look at him and leading the league in assists, you just have to love the way he plays, even though tough turnover there.
And Foy hitting a three. So
back to Nash, you know, I hate to say this for the fans, but as a fan of Nash, I hope he does not return. There is no way $20 million is going to buy you a championship when you're playing in the same conference as the Spurs, the Lakers, Dallas. And so hopefully for him, he'll have a chance to play for a championship.
That's a good, honest thought by you, C-Webb, and knows what it's like to be a player in his situation. Jared Dudley hitting the three, 19-18. And then missing from the corner was Chris Paul, gets it back, defended by Nash. If Grant Hill had played tonight, he would have been starting the game on Chris Paul, and his shot way off the mark with Fry guarding him. Amazing that the Clippers have outscored the Suns 9-0 off of turnovers, which is huge in the early going. Shannon Brown gets it inside to Gortat. Touch pass. Nash for three.
That's what I like seeing early. I actually like seeing Nash in games of importance like this be more aggressive shooting the ball and getting the players involved later.
And coming right back, Caron Butler, who knocked down 4 of 5 threes last night in the victory over Denver. Meanwhile, the Suns losing to Oklahoma City as sees it roll around about 3 times before it goes in. And we're tied at 25 with under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Griffin, great pass inside, and Butler taps it up. Paul and Caron Butler, and it looks like the Clippers are the team fighting for the final playoff berth with their energy in this quarter.
That's right, especially if you're watching Caron Butler, and that's what I mean about him and Chauncey being the heart and soul of this team, not taking the possession off, driving to the bucket, making sure you get a sure basket.
How about that pass from Paul to Griffin? Behind the back, spectacular pass by Chris Paul. Griffin now 7 of 11 for 14 points to lead the Clippers. Dudley with 10, high score for the Suns. Fry, hot from 3, not this time.
More impressive than that dunk by Griffin was him laying it up with the left hand. We know he's athletic, but can you gain your feet? Can you take that contact and drop it off nice with your left? He proved he can.
Fry is on Griffin, and they isolate Blake Griffin. And Griffin too hard off the glass. Here's Nash with 40 seconds to go. Feed, Gortat wide open and hits, and it was Dudley.
By Dudley, but that all started with the aggressiveness of Nash. Him taking that extra dribble, getting into the paint, not settling behind the three-point line, made all defenders come to him, which led Dudley to find a wide open man.
Here is Griffin off the glass, Gortat getting the rebound. Suns have won 9 straight games against the Clippers here in Phoenix. So despite the fact that the Clippers having the good year and red hot at 13 of their last 15, really have been stymied here, looking to break that losing streak. 5 on the shot clock. Nash loses his footing. Here's Gortat again.
You have to love Gortat's skill. He can step out and shoot, but you have to love Jordan because he makes him do that.
And that'll do it. That's the end of the first quarter. The Clippers leading the Suns 29-27. Blake Griffin started the second quarter. David Aldridge with Vinny Del Negro.
Vinny, Blake did not have a big game last night. When he gets going early like he has tonight, what does that allow him to do later in the game?
Well, it just gets, well, the ball's going to be in his hands, so I just want him to continually be aggressive, attack the basket. I thought we settled a little bit too much, but, we need Blake to continually be aggressive.
They spread the floor so well, and it's tough to do. It's tough to defend them, but obviously you got to get that shooting percentage down a little bit for them.
No question. I mean, they spread us out. Gortat was diving. They found some shooters. Transition defense, obviously a big key against Phoenix.
Thanks, Phoenix.
All right, we're underway in the second quarter, and Chris Paul now guarded by Sebastian Telfair, who's come in. Substitutions, 3 for the Suns and 3 for the Clippers. And the rebound taken down by Markieff Morris, who has checked in. Morris taking the three-point shot and off the mark. Gortat, offensive rebound. Won't put it up against Kenyon Martin, who's come in. And it's out to Telfair.
To the Clippers that Gortat can rebound and score.
And he scored there and was fouled. And will go to the line for a three-point play. Interesting that Gortat has struggled lately from the field.
Well, because he hasn't been getting plays like this, you know, with the injuries to Grant Hill and other players, it is harder for him to score inside. And he's the lone big man, which means he can get double-teamed a lot inside the post. So a lot of attention to him, which affects his field goal percentage.
There are the standings in the Western Conference, with San Antonio with a half-a-game lead over the Thunder, and the Lakers and the Clippers. April 28th. So we're down to the nitty-gritty here in the final week before the playoffs begin. You saw Eric Bledsoe, athletic, energized Clipper, come into the game, and Kenyon Martin hitting the shot. Martin, who has been effective coming back from China to help the Clippers, and he gives them some playoff experience when the postseason begins.
Was talking to him today and asked him why did he choose with the Clippers when he's just as athletic as Blake and Jordan.
Morris is in there along with Telfair. Telfair putting up the 3, and Griffin getting the rebound, and a foul is called.
I think he hit that ball on the rim on his way down. They should have counted that.
The foul, goaltending call. Here's the goaltend.
As a player sometimes, well, that's definitely goaltending. It's in the cylinder. But as a player sometimes, if the ball was nowhere near the cylinder, you'd like to rebound it, tap it against the rim to show the other offensive rebounders, defensive rebounders that the paint is yours for that night.
So Bledsoe, Martin, Griffin, Mo Williams, who has been out of sight coming off the bench lately for the Clippers. And as the shot clock